Hey, happy Friday. I'm sorry, I'm struggling with my phone here. It's being so mean. So I have this light that can help me be better lit. And unfortunately, it doesn't always cooperate with me. So happy Friday. I was thinking about the video I did yesterday on facing your fear. And I told a personal story. And I talked about how our fears are like doors. And actually, I had never articulated a lot of those things out loud before, and it's really been rattling around in my brain. And today I thought, I need to come on here and I need to exact a challenge. So the last couple of weeks I've been giving some challenges about like a dinner challenge or a bedtime challenge to have better relationships with your family, with your spouse. And so I thought, well, what about a weekend challenge? Because then you sort of have a little bit more time. Like maybe you're not as spontaneous as some people and you need a little bit more time to think about what you're gonna say, or you need a little bit more time to articulate what you're gonna say. I think someone just popped on. If you're there, can you tell me, can you hear what I'm saying? Can you hear me? Can you hear me over the loudness of my chicken hat here? I'm just wondering. I'm going to exact a weekend challenge for facing fear. And what that's going to do, what that's going to help me. Oh, look. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I'm just finding something on my phone because sometimes I can't see the comments, but I want to see the comments. So I am going to issue a weekend challenge. And I thought, since it's about fear, people don't want to do things because they're fearful. They're fearful for very many different reasons. They can be fearful because, well, I know I don't do things because I don't want to fail. A big one for me is I don't want to look dumb or like I don't know something. Or I don't want to, sometimes you don't want to succeed because then you don't know what you're going to do with that brand new knowledge or success. So I thought I would get on here with my lovely chicken hat. I don't know if you can see the full effect of it here. This was a hat that I wore over in Germany for Fasching, which is sort of like their, can't think of the word right now, their Mardi Gras. And they all wear funny hats and they all skip work, and there's a lot of public drinking and dancing, and it's a lot of fun. They climb up on a ladder and get the mayor and cut his tie. Lots of fun stuff like that. But I thought about this chicken hat today because I have some friends that are going to be celebrating an Oktoberfest this weekend. And so what better way to show that you're not afraid of something by wearing a chicken hat live on Facebook. So this is my favor to all of you who are watching this video. By the way, if you did not see my live video on Facing Fear yesterday, which is actually more serious, hey Dustin, and you would like to see it and you don't want to navigate to get there, just in the comments write that you want to see that video and I will go tag you in it. And that way you don't have to search for it. Hey Robert. So today I'm going to offer a weekend challenge about facing your fear. And I'm wearing this silly chicken hat. There, you can see it. I was inspired thinking about the Oktoberfest that's actually going to be happening in our previous base in New Mexico this weekend. And I thought, well, if I exhibit no fear in wearing this hat on Facebook and give you a funny mental picture of something that can show you that I'm not afraid of you laughing at me, I'm not afraid of looking stupid, then maybe you can have courage to go face your fear this weekend. So what to do? I mean, it's your choice. I can't tell you, right? And there was probably something that came right to mind. Like if you're watching this video either live or on the recording, put a 1 if like something came to mind right away that you're fearful that you probably wouldn't do. But now that I said, what are you fearing? It came up in your mind. So I would like to know that because sometimes we just know in an instant. But you know, something could be like, you think of a person you haven't talked to in a long time, but you don't reach out to them either like through social media or call them because you're what? You're afraid, like they're gonna be like, why are you calling me, right? Or you're afraid you're gonna not hear what you wanna hear from that person. I think sometimes like we do that with our family, right? Maybe we're not gonna hear good news, so maybe we shouldn't call. That's, you know, come on, we can do it. We're big girls and we're big boys, we can do that. Another thing that you might be fearful is just trying something new because you might be afraid you won't like it. Like a new restaurant, right? My husband does not like to try new restaurants, especially little restaurants. Like I like to call them holes in the wall because I think he's afraid he's gonna get food poisoning, which is highly likely anywhere. It doesn't have to be a hole in the wall for you to get food poisoning there, right? So, but you also may very much like the food, so you should face that fear. So, options, I'm not sure who else jumped on, so I'm issuing a weekend challenge. I want you to face a fear this weekend, and I want you to use this image of Jody not being afraid to wear a chicken hat on Facebook Live to push you through your fear. And if it's something like calling someone you haven't talked to in a long time, or going to try an activity you've never done that you're afraid like maybe you can't do, maybe you can't complete, or maybe you won't like, maybe calling someone, maybe trying a restaurant. I think I wrote something else down. Oh, here's one. Initiating a conversation. Okay, so I mean, this could be like with your child, with your spouse, and sometimes I wouldn't say like we get afraid, but we just avoid having conversations because it makes us uncomfortable, and I would say that is a fear. So you could initiate a conversation with one of your loved ones, and I would say also that you need to have a conversation. It's not worth avoiding. That's like probably a whole nother live we need to talk about. But if you're uncomfortable about it, then it deserves change, and then you should address it. So, hey, Melissa, how are you? Sorry, I just got tongue-tied, and then I saw your name. So, Melissa, yeah, so this is my chicken hat from Germany that I wore at Fasching there one year when the public all gets crazy. And I have some friends that are gonna be at an Oktoberfest this weekend. And so I was sort of just combining things. And so this is your funny mental image to remember this weekend when you take on a challenge, something that you fear. And so my recommendations were call someone or reach out to someone that you've been avoiding. Don't be afraid. You might hear something you don't want to hear, or they might not even want to talk to you, but you don't know. You don't know until you try. Try a new restaurant or a new activity. Don't be afraid you're not going to like it, or even as I said, that you're going to get food poisoning, because you might like it. It might be something you can recommend to someone else. And initiate a conversation with someone, like a child, a spouse, a friend, you know, something you've been afraid or you feel uncomfortable, and starting the conversation. Maybe you need to find feedback. Maybe it's something that you need to change. And so those are my recommendations. Hey, D'Angela. All right, so weekend challenge is issued. If you did not catch it all, please go back and watch the recording. And also, if you didn't catch my more serious video on facing your fear yesterday and you want to see it, let me know in the comments and then I'll tag you in it. Or you can go to my page and search, but there's a lot of videos, so I just figured it'd be easier that way. You guys have a happy Friday. When you tackle your fear, I would love for you to come back and comment or message me, whatever it is. And then I'm gonna tackle a fear too, and I'm gonna put it in the comments of the video as well. So why not? You guys have a great weekend, enjoy, and happy Friday.